So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, and I've got a special guest all the way from New Zealand. I've got Lani Daniels. How you doing, Lani?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You look so cozy.
Oh, I am. It's freezing here, so just keeping snug and warm. Don't want to catch a chill.
Yeah. If people don't get it, it's winter over there at the moment. So it's It explains the hat and the massive coat.
Yeah, and the hoodie and
all the layers.
Yeah, I got a bit of natural insulation as well. So
yeah. Oh no, it's all good. Thank you very much for coming on. I know the time difference. It's always quite hard to gauge getting the right time so that we're kind of catching each other. But honestly, a privilege to have you on. And Mia Motu speaks very highly of you.
She's pretty choice herself.
Yeah, she's an absolute star. And the two of you heading up a bill. But before we have a chat about that, where did it all begin for you, Lani? When did you start boxing?
I've been boxing a little while now. I started when I was about 24 as like a corporate kind of just getting in there to lose weight. It was I had a few corporate fights before I went amateur, and I did amateurs for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And then I turned pro, I think, in 2017. Did it for a few more years, and then had a 2-year break, and then come back about 2 years ago now, and things have just gotten better.
They've certainly got better, haven't they?
Yeah. It's been good. It's been real good.
Yeah, because September was your debut, 2017, against Varka.
Yeah. And she's
won on unanimous decision.
Yeah, she was quite a tough fight back for my first time fight. She's from up north, so that's why I think it was as tough as it was. Just quite hearty.
Yeah.
Fight to the end. So it was real good. But I think in that fight, my experience kind of come into hand, just having more ring time with my amateur background.
Yeah. It's you seem pretty tough over there, you New Zealand girls. You seem to all have a good dust up between each other. You all have a good fight over there, but you all seem really tough, really resilient.
Yeah, it seems so, eh?
We don't see enough of it over here. That's the thing. We like, as in, we don't see any of you girls coming over. I know because of COVID, it made it really difficult, and then Australia shut as well, so you couldn't really go into Australia. So you kind of fought your own until times were opening up a bit more.
Yeah, I think so too, and I was quite lucky. When I was fighting for a bit there at the beginning, I had quite a lot of big girls in the heavier weight categories. I've got a few bigger girls, which was quite good because we had more options to fight each other within our own country, which made it a bit more handier just to get ring time.
Yeah. So you kept occupied.
Yeah. So I was able to get a few fights under my belt as a pro. But this whole world title thing's come as like a pretty surprise, really, because for me, I feel like it's been more a weight loss journey. And it's only now I'm starting to think, oh, maybe it is more of a career now.
Yeah, I've got a title now. I think I better do something.
I've been like, I've gotten myself into a position where it's not just in camp to lose weight or get fight fit. I'm able to, especially coming off a fight so soon, I've been able to come back fight fit and be able to actually learn boxing, opposed to just a boot camp kind of weight management plan thingy.
Yeah. No, definitely. Because you were last out in May, weren't you? When you really got your success, and now it's on from there, isn't it? That almost like, as you say, the tough fights begin now. We don't see a lot of heavyweight women's boxing in the UK, so it's quite nice to hear that it's happening. And I'd love to see more of that over here.
Oh, yeah. Is there many bigger girls over there in the heavyweight? I know there's like in the super middleweight.
Yeah. We don't tend to hear much about heavyweight boxing for the women over here at all, to be perfectly honest. So
Yeah.
if you break in over here, which I'm sure you and me are destined to do, it's something I know you both want to do, is go abroad, you know, and venture out.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to see that over here, because it's all about the men's, isn't it? With the heavyweights, everyone always talks about the men. So
Yeah.
for you to break over here would be major.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would
You're
be
so
like,
casual.
wow, that would be amazing.
That's the one.
But like in my mind, like in my thoughts, because when I fought as amateur, I did sit up in the, like I'd started off as a light heavy and worked myself down, but I think I had more success at middleweight.
Right, yeah.
But I've just never really been disciplined enough once I left the amateurs to kind of keep on top of my weight. But I feel like I'm getting a bit older now and a bit more mature and disciplined, where I don't have much time on my hands, and it feels like I've just had a bit of a mind shift, especially after winning the world title, to kind of like focus, at least for the next few years, and give myself a chance at trying to be the best that I can be. And for me personally, I feel that's at super middleweight.
Right, okay.
I think middleweight, because that's 72 in the pros A, I think that might be a little bit too light. Like my last fight before I had a 2-year break was at 72 kgs.
Right, okay.
But I felt a bit too small, to be honest.
Do you feel comfortable and more powerful at the weight you're at now?
Right at I am, yeah, I feel pretty good at what I am now, but I feel like I have to eat more, which I think naturally, light heavy would probably suit me better, but I think ideally with a bit more discipline, I think super middle would be the ideal, and the weight that in my mind in the future, near future, is where I would like to see myself as like a personal goal.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It's your journey, it's your career, isn't it? And you've got to do what works for you. You know, everyone's going to have a different style and what works and what they've got to go with, and if that's what works, then go from there. Obviously, you got your next fight on the 26th of August against Razel Mohammed, which will be an interesting dust up. She's obviously been a tough girl. She's been around a long time.
Yeah, I don't know too much about her, to be fair, other than she's a southpaw, which is a like the fight itself will be good to add to my list of people I've been in the ring with. I haven't had much experience in a proper fight with a southpaw. It's been more sparring, but even then you don't have many.
But holding that belt, surely that's going to make you think, right, she ain't having this.
Oh, definitely. Like I feel I've won it, and a lot of that's come down to training. Like I feel like I've come back stronger, coming straight off a fight, having a few weeks off, and my camp has just increased. And I thought that my last camp kind of set the bar, and I didn't see myself fighting if I didn't kind of start where I left off. And just coming back, we've just intensified everything. So, and I'm physically more able as well. Yeah. So I think that fight boosted my confidence a lot. And you have those pre-fight jitters, and I get a doubt a bit of doubt floats in, but I think that's healthy, and that keeps me safe, because it makes me respect the fight. Like you got to respect boxing, otherwise if I cruise, like I can't think, oh yeah, I've got the title now, I'm the best. It's one thing winning a title, but it's another thing keeping it. So for me, it's as we mentioned at the beginning, it's only the beginning, I feel, in terms of boxing career. Not my weight loss journey is done now. I'm a real boxer.
That's it. And the thing is, if you're enjoying it, which you clearly are, you know, you found what you want to do. You've got good team around you. You've got good friends around you who motivate you as well. That's all part of the journey, isn't it? And as I say, I can't wait. Hopefully, we'll get to see this somewhere. Like a link will get shared, or we get to see it on something. I know sometimes it gets put on YouTube, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm not too sure if this. Were you able to see Mia's last fight? Because I think the people that are streaming this fight is streaming the same. Sky Sport. Yeah, so if you manage to see Mia's last fight, then hopefully there would be a link somewhere, surely.
Yeah,
if not, they need to sort that out.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with Mia and go from there. And Ender's just put best wishes, Lani. I know there's a lot of people out there who would love to see women's heavyweight boxing, because, as I say, we don't see enough of it over here. We don't see much at all. So for you to come over and do what you do would certainly turn the eyes, because, as I say, it'd be something totally new over here. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I can't bring it on, Lani. Yeah,
bring it
I'm
on.
looking forward to it. Cheers. Oh, well, thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming on, and stay in touch, and
sure.
Look after yourself.
All right, then. You too. Take care.
Take care, Lani. Bye.
Bye.
So that's Lani Daniels, all the way from New Zealand. She's got her big title fight on the 26th of August against Razel Mohammed. And yeah, big times ahead for her. And women's heavyweight boxing, the IBF World Heavyweight Champion. So, yeah, give her all the support you've got. Follow her on social medias. And, thank you very much for joining me this morning. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks for coming on.